Okay, so it's Sunday evening and I'm gonna prepare one of the quickest breakfasts I know, which is overnight oats, which I've been doing a lot lately. So we're gonna start up with having some coconut milk here. And you can of course decide how much you want. This is pretty low calorie. It's a good base. I'm gonna go for 124. Next up we have this low fat, high protein Greek yogurt. Amazing. So only 56 calories per 100 grams. 10 grams protein, 134 grams. I'm also having this egg here, and the banana and the raspberries, but that's actually for toppings. So we're gonna put in some nice seeds here. There's sunflower seeds. Grams. Next up some chia seeds, and I'm actually running out of this and I'm planning to have normally more because there will be very limited. So it's actually 4 grams and normally I would go for like 20 or something like that because they actually expand and makes it a bit bigger, but I guess that's for next time. Next up we have some flax seeds. These have a lot of good omega-3 oils and stuff inside, so this is also good. Also expands. If you put this in your like normal oats, it actually makes it a lot bigger. 5. Next up we're gonna have some pumpkin seeds. All of these seeds are quite dense in terms of calories. You have to be a bit careful so you don't overdo it. 10 grams. Then obviously we need the actual oats for the overnight oats. But oats also have a lot of calories, so you have to be careful here. That will have to be enough, 19. I'm planning to have a sandwich in the morning as well, so that has a lot of carbs, so I'm not gonna overdo it. But if you only have this, of course, you can go a little crazier than this. And to spice things up, I'm gonna add in this cinnamon, organic from Sri Lanka. You can use 30 Fitness, I think, is promo code to get some discount off this one. I'll link that in the description. 2 grams, very sweet, super nice. Then we're gonna boost it up with some protein powder here. I have some raw chocolate one, but you can use anything really. 19 grams, yeah, it's good enough. Last but not least, I'm gonna add in some more cacao powder. So basically there's no sugar, it's just pure cocoa bean. Okay, so the only thing left now is to stir it, of course. And tomorrow I'm gonna add in some cacao powder, I think. 1 raw egg on top, cut up the banana and some raspberries. But first, let's stir it up. I'm probably gonna block the whole camera. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's nice. It kind of looks almost like a chocolate pudding, but when you put it in the fridge overnight, it's actually gonna dry up a bit and get a bit more sort of stiff. And you put the egg white on, which of course you don't have to, but it's great for more protein. Get some nice toppings, and it's basically like dessert for breakfast, so perfectly. So see you in the morning. So be sure, of course, you close it first before you put it in overnight. Nice, ready to go. Okay, so it's now the next morning, 5:26, the best part of the day. But first, of course, we need to do some coffee. So I'm gonna grind that up here, and then let's get started. Open up here. Some nice grounded beans. Smells really fresh. Ready to get the morning started. So during most of my life I used to brew coffee, but actually I realized that French press is really, really nice. I discovered it since you have it in someone's house. Sometimes if it's fancy or some nice restaurants or brunch places, and I just fell in love with it because you don't burn it. And I have a really bad coffee machine, so it's actually the result is much better than this. And then you just put on the lid and the water, and then you enjoy it. Okay, so first we need some hot water for the coffee, of course. So while that is boiling, I'm gonna get the oats out of the fridge. Let's see what we have. Okay, so while the focus will be on the overnight oats, I just figured I'll show you also how I do the rest of my breakfast with the bread and the coffee first. Okay, so this is definitely not ideal to pour water like this, but I don't want to move the camera. That is hot, and then we'll put this little thing on. Let it sit there for a while. I'll actually move it away, and then later you press the top and it's ready to drink in a few minutes. Okay, so first I'm gonna cut up the banana just so it's easy to pound. This one is very ripe. It's the last one out of a bunch of like 6 or something, so it maybe doesn't look so inviting, but it doesn't really matter. Really sweet on top of the oats, and that's the whole point. Also gonna add in the egg, but first let's open this up and see what we're dealing with. Definitely looks like chocolate pudding. Okay, so it's very firm, as you can see. It was a bit runny last night. So I'm gonna crack this in, just the egg white, and then mix it around, and then we add the toppings. So I can definitely understand if some people think this is disgusting and weird, but you add in almost like 5 grams more of protein. So, and if you have only the protein powder, it tastes a bit sort of almost artificial. Or this, I'm using vegan protein powder as well, so it tastes not ideal. Egg whites basically don't taste anything. You get really big volume. So when you top this off with fruit, which I'm doing now, you definitely cannot taste that. I also tried it with 2 egg whites once, but that's maybe a bit too much. I'd rather have more chia seeds, but as you saw earlier, I ran out of that. So if you put in like 10 or 15 more grams, the volume gets really big actually. And it's actually hard to have both banana and berries in. So this is a good for now, and a bit lower calories, so I'm gonna have a sandwich as well. That's very nice. Great. Let's add the toppings. Okay, now let's add in some nice strawberries just to get a nice final touch. As you see, it's kind of overflowing already, so it's not really needed, but always makes the breakfast a bit more exciting, so why not? Like that. Nice, 49 grams. Then just for some final beauty and sweetness, we add the coconut. Coconut has more calories for sure, but just a little bit, sort of a tap, something like that. So it says technically 0 grams, but I guess it's maybe 1 or 2, because it basically doesn't go up unless it's over 2. So there we have it, the overnight oats. Now I'm gonna finish off the sandwich. I'm gonna put this out in the kitchen first. So for the sandwiches I'm gonna have here, it's called a German dinkel, I think. It's basically like some sort of very healthy farm bread. Very dark, a lot of grains, full grain, very nice, 68 grams. Bread smells really fresh. Then I'm gonna add in some butter, and of course it's not, the best in terms of calories, but it's actually not that bad for you. I go for real butter rather than like margarine or something like that, light stuff. I just gotta keep track here on the weight, so it's fine. And it tastes really nice, so I normally have only like 1. I don't even eat sandwiches every day. I used to do it my whole time growing up, but not anymore. Okay, 6 grams of butter, nice. Next up, I'm gonna cut up some cottage cheese, or no, not cottage cheese, cheddar cheese, and I'm gonna add it on top of the cottage cheese. So obviously not so healthy either, but just a little bit here. In Sweden we have bread slicers, so cutting like this is a bit unusual for me, but that's the job done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have, I think, half a tomato here on top of it, just to give it a little bit more sort of excitement on the bottom. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put that like this. Then I'm gonna take some of this cottage cheese. I think honestly I didn't try cottage cheese my whole life until I was like 31 or something, because it looks pretty disgusting, and I do agree with that, but it was a complete game changer for me. 57 grams. It has a lot of protein. It's great. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger eats a lot of this, so it must be working. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of break this cheese up a bit, spread it out. Not the prettiest, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, the final touch, we have some pepper, some salt, but first we're gonna add on some basil leaves. And actually, if you really want to go crazy, you can add in some balsamic vinegar, but then it's gonna look a bit messy, so I'm actually not gonna do that today, but that's a very nice tip to just have a little bit on top. Also, we get some really nice fresh leaves here. Nice. And some pepper, salt. A bit messy in the kitchen, yes, I know, but easier to clean up here than outside in the living room. Okay, so let's serve this up. Okay, so it's a bit messy here, but I like to prepare everything in the kitchen first. And we have the coffee now is ready to to be pressed, and I'd like to do it here so nothing goes crazy outside. Let's press it down. Nice. And we just pour it up. Sometimes I foam my milk on top, but I will do that in a little. Perfect for one person. And you can buy this in IKEA for like, I don't know, $50 or something, $5 US. Then if you want to foam your milk, $1 US. Get the party started. Okay, let's move this tune to the living room. Okay, so let's dig in. Start with this one. Nice. This for breakfast is pretty luxurious. So quick to make. It took like 6 minutes. Really filling with all the seeds. You can change that with like blueberries or mango. You can also have some cacao powder on top. We'll see. I'm not sure how many calories this is. Maybe 500-600 or so. And then I have the sandwich, maybe 300, something like that, 3 or 4. The whole breakfast should be like around 900 or 1000 perhaps. Definitely better when you add in some more chia seeds, but already now it's really fantastic. So cold breakfasts are really fast to make. That's why I like them. Of course, we have the coffee. Waking up, ready for the new week. We're gonna take a bite of this crazy sandwich. Let's see. It's probably gonna go everywhere. This is a big sandwich. Really a rewarding start to the day. So I'm gonna finish up this crazy mountain of food. But if you like it, or if you have questions, ideas, let me know. Write in the comment section below. Subscribe and like, and see you in the next video.